Hey, welcome back to Bayou Brit, and today we are reviewing, I genuinely think this is as good as a self-serve car wash can be. It's the community car wash in Smyrna, Tennessee. It's recently been refit. It has everything you could want at a self-serve. It has been refitted by one of our distributors, DNS, Cleantech DNS. So I've seen this work in progress, and it's blown me away. Everything you see here is just as good as it can be. The wallboard is nice. They have really good mat holders, nice good springs. All the signage is just as good as you could want. I actually don't like these. I think they're colourful. I think there's too much on there, and it's only in English. I'd like a little bit more concise in Spanish as well. These meter boxes here are great. Interesting choice to not take quarters, but they have crypto tap, crypto swipe, obviously bills, and then a 12 function switch. And they're doing count up as well. $3 to start. Never know with the refresh rate whether you can see that. $3. Pretty sure it's $1 a minute here. So we have the tire brush on the tire brush is here, similar to ours but slightly different. Then they have the foam brush, and oh, is my buddy Stacy rocking up? Let's see who's just got here. Air Express dryers as well. So yes, my buddy Stacy, he's just arrived to deliver some soaps. They're obviously churning through chemical, but as you can see, it is a really nice site. 6 bays, pump room in the middle there, 2 brand new automatics, a soft touch and a touch free. Then we've got 6, 5, can't count, 5 vacuums. These are really neat. I wish we had these. Frankly, I can't afford them. $2 to start, just like ours. J.E. Adams. But then, yeah, just a really good execution. Really well built out, really well thought out. Let's go and give it a try. One of the best assets I found you can have in the car wash game is a distributor that you like working with. We've worked with a few people, and I've got to say we've been quite lucky. There's only 1 or 2 folks that we've come across that we no longer work with because they're a pain in the ass to deal with. No names, I'm trying to be a better person. But let's get this started and I'll show you exactly what this wash does and just how well it does it. So we're going to do count up here, verifying card. And there we go, now the timer is running and I think it's $1 a minute. So let's crack on. Let's try the bug off, which should be through the high pressure hose. Awesome osmotic hoses. We've just got one of these that we were testing. Oh, face full of chemical. But they're so light and they don't slap the car. And one thing you're going to notice here is just how quickly these chemicals change over. Look at this coverage. Really good. Really hard to complain about anything on this. I'm only going to do the front of the car because I'm going to do the back at another car wash nearby. And you'll see the yin to the yang, or whichever way around it is. But really good coverage. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch straight over to the pre-soak, just so you can see the time it takes to change. So we're green, green, green. There's the chemical changeover, and now we're pink. So that's how quick it is. Again, really good amount of chemical. This pre-soak does a really good job. These are Warsaw soaps. We use these in Portland, and well, I have a fairly small frame of reference, but they do a good job. Let's put this back. Right, let's do the tire scrub. That's going to take us over to this brush here. We'll let the pre-soak do its work. Ooh. Nice curly hose here. Ah! But look at that, so much soap. It's you know, a little bit too squirty. I'm gonna go give Stacey some grief. Have him turn the air down. But generally, awesome. Let's do the high pressure soap. Again, I just love these booms don't get tangled, these Z booms. Good pressure. So the high pressure soap has to come from the pump room because it goes straight into the VFD or the cat pump. So it does take a few seconds to come through, but when it does, I mean, look at the amount of soap. That's awesome. Very generous with the chemicals. And let's have a look at the foam brush. It's a nice bite. Foam brush here. Oof. This is the one downside to all these hoses, is that you do get tangled sometimes. There we go, and we're free. That's nice. Maybe a little bit more air, but plenty of chemical. And when you think about the amount of the chemicals cost per minute of usage, it's kind of puzzling why some people are so tight to allow such little chemical to come through. The only thing I'm not liking about this is the capsules are banana and this just melts off the lip. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, high pressure rinse. Okay, so one thing they've done a good job with here is getting the colors to be super vibrant. If you've seen our triple foam up in Covington, you'll know that it's a little bit pastel, but it smells fantastic. It smells like almond almost. And it's running off nicely. You can see that people will use this for a while. Whatever color this is isn't quite coming through right, but... And maybe the yellow could be a little bit stronger. But you can see people using this for a good couple of minutes to do the whole car. And a neat little holder there. Now we have something that you don't see many places. We have the ceramic coating, which is using Warsaw's Guardian product. Ooh. And there is a lot of air in this. I probably should have rinsed this first. Oh well, you live and learn. I know our wax would take the triple foam off. Okay, let's do the spot pre-rinse, which is a higher pressure. Make sure the line is nice and clear. And here we go. The spot free rinse obviously is going to stop the water spots drying. Something we have an issue with up in Portland. We need a new carbon tank. We just don't have the money for it right now. Hopefully we can get that done, you know, at some point in the spring. And then on to my favorite product to sell, and that is the dryer. That off, then we'll tidy it up. And then all we have to do here, hit the stop button and it'll say thank you, $8.75. Which makes sense, 8 minutes 50 I think it said. So you can see just by providing all of the features, how long people will actually stay and how they'll use your equipment. It does a really good job too. This is where you can spend and make some real money. Look out how cool these are. Nice canopies, 7'6" clearance means you can do pretty much anything. Oh. I don't know if I got that. Anyway, Hamilton Commander's about 22 grand. No cash refunds, sure. Nicely wrapped.
To make a purchase, make a selection, and enter the amount shown.
Cheap wash down at $8, all the way up to 18. With your underbody bar, so that's your undercarriage, bug and tire, pre-soak, wheel cleaner as well, lava foam, that's what we have. Ceramic coating we have too, spot free rinse and the vortex dry. That's what we have, but we cap out at $14. So just by making the site nicer, you can charge a lot more, which is kind of wild. Here the dryers will kick in. Well, that's the soft touch IQ that we have in Portland. It's so funny that I bumped into Stacy up here. And then on the front, what's going on here? Where's all the product? But a great unit, even if it's empty. CryptoPay accepts 1s and 5s. It'll probably take 10s as well, it just doesn't tell you. And they have dryers that are better than ours as well, because they have 2 over the top. We only have 1. Such a nice setup. I can't imagine it was cheap to do, but a really awesome setup for both the soft touch and the touch free. The only thing I can be really critical of here is the fact that there's nothing in the vending machine and the signage. It's kind of hard to know what's here. You can see the self-serve bays because they're obvious. But from the automatic perspective, you really just see the dryers. It's hard to know that that's touch-free and soft touch and that you have the options. Where signage is really important. If it were me, they do seem to have a city sign there, so you can't put a sign there, but this whole wall is your canvas to do your marketing. This is where I would put it. They have great lighting in here. During the daytime, obviously they're not on, but at night they are fantastic. The booms are great. Really, my only complaint is that they haven't filled up the vending machine, and the signage is fantastic. In-base signage is fine. The menu boards are great, but from the road it's hard to tell what's here. That has been a review of the community car wash in Smyrna, Tennessee, about 20 miles southwest of Nashville. Genuinely the best that I've ever been to for a self-serve car wash. A lot of money invested here, and they're going to make an awful lot of money. I am intrigued to see if they feel the pinch by not accepting coins, but you know, that does make for an easier life. If you're already dealing with credit cards and bills, much easier to deal with. That's been this video. If you've liked it, consider subscribing, and there'll be another Review Tuesday in a week or two. Take care.